And it's very apropos to my appearance Tuesday on the Stan Solomon Show, because I got to debate Alan Keyes on this very subject. Not only did I debate him, but I baited him into debate, because his position is Romney is just as evil as Barack Hussein Obama. And I pointed out to Alan Keyes, not only could he not say that definitively, but all the differences between Romney and Barack Hussein Obama. And I also pointed out to him that Ronald Reagan, whom he worked for as the ambassador to the UN, was considered a liberal, Democrat, intellectual lightweight who ran a union. All right? And what happened? We ended up with one of the greatest conservative presidents ever. And you can find my little stint with Dr. Keyes on www.daveweinbaum.com. It's got all sorts of other great stuff on there, by the way. I got Michelle Malkin tearing apart Juan Williams, which is becoming a weekly thing on the Hannity Show. That's my new BFF. That's best friend forever, right? That's not best female friend, is it, Lee?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is what? See, I asked you two different questions, and you answered
your
it
best female friend. You only like her because she's hot.
No, not really. I met her and talked to her, and I write with her in the Jewish World Review, and she's got good. She's a great writer, and also she is tough. I can't believe how tough this woman is. All right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. You know, the enthusiasm level here is incredible. And I'm here with radio legend, a man who loves himself very dearly, Lee Burr. And how are you today, Lee?
I'm good, Dave. Good to see you.
Glad you're awake and not snoring yet.
Not yet.
Good for you. And by the way, we have a call?
Yes.
Oh, hi there. Welcome to the, you're the first caller today, and because of that, you will have Lee Burr over at your house to give you a manicure and a pedicure. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bring it on.
Yes, sir. Bob.
Patriot Dave.
Well, who are you?
That's Dave. You know Dave. I'm the
Oh,
guy.
Patriot Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up,
I
buddy?
have some stuff for you probably are not aware of, most people are not aware of. Do you know what happened this time in history in June?
Let's see, D-Day.
No, the War of 1812, the Forgotten War.
Okay, well, you're a little further in the past. You see, you're Patriot Day from way back in the 1700s and the 1800s.
Well, in the War of 1812 was declared by James Madison and against the British. The British still, after the Revolutionary War, still continued to have blockades against America for commerce and stuff like that. So Madison declared war, and we had a ill-equipped Navy and military to fight the force of Britain, because they were still the greatest fighting force in the world at the time. Also, we fought Canada. We fought the Indians as well. They were in this Missouri. We had the 48 forts up and down the Mississippi, Missouri River called home forts, where the Sauk and the Fox would raid the villages for the British.
Okay, Patriot Dave, it's only an hour show. Get to the point.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you, it's called the Forgotten War. And
All right.
The Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key in about 1814. It's a 2-year war. And the
Who won it?
Has, quick,
wait, no. Let me give this one to Lee. Lee, who won the War of 1812, and when was it fought?
French.
The French won it.
And it was won in 1805.
And the war happened in 1805. See, that's why I have Lee Burr here, because he will be so correct on. He's so trivial. He's got all that trivial stuff that he knows everything. Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
I think it's Grant and his dog.
Buffalo Bill Cody.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
People that are interested in the War of 1812, the History Channel has what's called the War of Forgotten. The first invasion, War of 1812. Washington D.C. was burnt around September, around 1814, around September 11th, in that area. And also, it's a good movie to watch. It gives you about history. It's a 2-year thing going on, and yours truly is in the Battle of.
Dave is a star. He's in this.
Yeah, I'm in the Patriot movie and a lot of other movies for the History Channel. I've done a lot, but I got some. Anyway, we've done the movie a few years ago, but it's on quite frequently on History Channel. Something that's good. Again, it's called The Forgotten War, 1812. And my other gripe is let's continue to sing the Star Spangled Banner and
right.
God Bless America.
Okay, Davey. Listen,
All right.
you got your plug-in, baby, and thank you for calling. And I appreciate it. And if you want to call the show, the Dave Weinbaum Show here, right here with radio legend Lee Burr, the number is 364-0800 or
Star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone. The movie The Patriot was a very good movie.
And guess what? You got to go over there now and give him a manicure and a pedicure.
Mm-hmm.
And he liked it
You
too.
betcha.
He says,
Well,
I can't wait.
He can wait. I'll call him.
You call him. He shouldn't call you. All right. Anyways, back to the show here. We've got the Obama out last night, and he's going out there in Sarah Jessica Parker's home with this snooty Vogue editor, the one that that movie Pravda was made out of. I forget exactly the exact title of it, but this gal that says, yes, we're going to be at we're going to be at Sarah Jessica
The Devil
Parker's.
Wears Prada?
The Devil Wears Prada. That was when she was made. That was made about her, you see, and about how nasty and evil she is. And these are the kinds of people, the one percenters that Barack Obama is going out to fundraise with. Okay,
Hey,
you know
if
why?
Obama loses in November, who you guys? He's gone. Who are you guys like Hannity and Limbaugh and yourself going to bash? What are you going to do?
Oh, believe me,
you're
there'll
out of
be
a
plenty.
job for 4
Hey,
years.
I was out there with Bill Clinton. That was fun. I mean, Bill Clinton. I mean, we had Bush for 8 years, didn't we?
Yeah,
Come on, it'll never end. I mean, Obama. I've been doing this for not that long, but still. I mean, we had Bush for 8 years.
So you ripped Bush for 8 years?
I ripped him a couple times. You're darn
So
right.
you're going to rip Romney if he gets in?
Absolutely.
But not to this extent, right?
Well, I'll do it to the extent that he ticks me off. And Obama has ticked me off. And it wasn't like when he got in, I didn't write a nice conciliatory column that said, I hope you do the right things. I even visited his Senate office and left him a nice little note. Okay? And obviously nothing occurred. And I would have met with him and, tried to convince him to run the country the right way. And obviously he would not have listened, I don't think. And even if he did, he would have run it the way he's run it, which is into the ground. You still think he's going to win?
Oh, yeah.
You're not paying any attention to the news then, because he's going down, and he's losing so much support, and that's why he's with these. He seems to be leveling out now with the only people that's really supporting him are these 1% nitwit celebrities who don't get it. They just don't get it. All right, they're just way over the hill. I mean, even the unions aren't backing him. The unions are not backing him. They're AFL-CIO. Yeah, we're going to do other things. We're going to support independent candidates. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Okay? Blacks. All of a sudden, in North Carolina, Obama's got 76% favorability, and Romney's got 20%. But it's the black voters I'm talking about. It's not your average voter. When he had 98% of the black vote, now he's down to 76%, and Romney's got 20%.
Where do you get
That's a big deal.
Where do you get your numbers at?
I'd have to. It's a poll. It's probably a Gallup poll.
Are these Dave
Look it up.
Wein-
Look it up.
are these Dave Weinbaum makeup numbers?
You're sitting in front of the computer, working on your log. Look it up. Check me out. Okay? Check it out. North Carolina poll.
Well, North Carolina's one state.
Okay. Well, it's an indication that there's a problem, even with his staunchest base. Okay? He's losing a lot of the Jewish vote. He's losing a lot of the Jewish money, the Wall Street money. All right? He's losing a lot of that. That's why he came out with the gay thing, the gay marriage thing. And by the way, you remember the Obama girl?
Michelle?
No, the gal that was a cute gal, and she was the Obama girl. She's wearing tight T-shirts. I'm in love with Obama. Well, now because he's come out with the gay marriage thing, now there's an Obama boy, and he's on my website, and he's singing a song to Obama, and it's really so sweet, Anyhow. So now that Obama has His money's drying up. He went after the gay money. That's why he did that. There's a lot of rich gays in this country, okay, especially in the music world and in Hollywood. So he went after the money, got that money. The problem with that is that is going to cost him, and I believe that's costing him in the black community. It's going to cost him in the Latino community. It's going to cost him all over the place. All right. He made the comparison between him and Bush the other day. He says, he claimed that, Bush, he ordered a steak and a martini. And then Obama came and sat down. Bush got up and left him the check. Okay? Got a pretty good laugh over that. What he didn't tell you is that Obama stayed. He ordered 100 years worth of steaks and martinis. And guess who he's going to leave the check with? Your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Okay? By the way, the website is www.daveweinbaum.com. That's WEINBAUM. And it's got lots of great stuff on it. In fact, it has my debate with Alan Keyes about his love or hatred of Romney. And he really does hate Romney. All I had to do was mention his name, Romney, and he just went off. And I think it's ridiculous. He's the kind of guy, we can't vote for him because, he's going to do worse than Obama. How can he predict that? And I asked him, how do you predict that? How do you know that? And I says, how did you know what Ronald Reagan was going to do? His old boss. And that's what I'm saying to y'all. I'm a believer in what Breitbart said. You got to get off your butts and support Romney. Okay? He ain't perfect, but he is 1,000 times better than what we got in there right now. And if you really want hope, you got to go for Romney because he's saying he's going to repeal Obamacare. And what Alan Keyes says, he'll just do it slower. Okay, if he's going to destroy us slower, give us more time to beat his butt later. Okay?
Okay, Gallup poll.
Yes.
Obama approval 46%. Obama disapproval 48%.
No.
Presidential election. Obama 46%. Romney 45%.
No, find
Americans still blame Bush more than Obama.
Find the North Carolina poll. It could be Rasmussen. I'm not sure which poll it was.
Who cares about North Carolina?
I'll tell you what, go on Drudge. Go on Drudge Report. Go on Drudge Report and look for it. It was on Drudge, I'm pretty sure. That's actually on, it might be on my website too. Anyways, continuing with the show, if you want to call the show, Leo Burr is actually engaged in the show, which is really cool. I got him engaged in the show. How about that? It's 364-0800 or
Star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone.
And while Lee is futzing around there, let's talk about Eric Holder for a while. He's going to be brought up for vote for contempt of Congress, and I guess he's trying to make nice now because I guess he doesn't really want to be brought up for contempt because he's going to be shocked at how many Democrats are going to vote for him being brought up on contempt. Especially those, and all of them in the House of Representatives have to go for election in 2012. So it's going to be a real risk to back this guy, I think. And I think he got it from the White House that you better make some deals with the Republicans there. And so he's going to try to weasel his way out of it. But think about it. Here's his quote of the week, Eric Holder. When he was asked if he was going to stay in the Obama administration as Attorney General, if Obama won, by Cole, who is the department mogul, who's a Democratic senator out of Wisconsin, he started talking. He says, I'm going to stick to my guns. What a great quote from a guy who participated in getting guns to Mexico that killed 2 of our border agents, one of whom was Brian Terry. He's going to stick to his guns. That's a quote of the week right there. All right, Eric Holder. And here's the other thing before we go for a break. Eric, we've got these classified leaks coming out of the White House. There's no doubt they came out of the White House, although Obama's saying, well, how dare you think that would come out of my White House? Of course it came out of your White House. They have quotes of people in the room. And it was in the New York Times, your guardian, for God's sakes. All right? So, of course, it came out of your White House, and you wanted it out there because it was supposed to show how macho he was. The problem is, it revealed information about people who back us, foreign agents who give us stuff, who give us information. For example, the doctor in Pakistan who pointed out where Osama bin Laden is, who, because it was revealed, this classified information was revealed, was arrested by the Pakistani government and now is sentenced to 33 years in jail. Okay? Now, this is the kind of stuff that, compared to Valerie Plame, it looks like a Valerie Plame story. It looks like a little piece of sand in a beach. You couldn't even find it. This is huge. It's got Dianne Feinstein, big Democrat, senator out of California, who's been on this. I'm not sure what the committee's name is, but it's some kind of a defense or intelligence committee, and she's a big mogul on it. She would have been chairman of the committee. Well, I'm not so sure she isn't chairman of the committee in the Senate. All right, she might be, but here she is, livid about the fact that because of the Obama leaks in the White House, that no foreign country can trust us anymore. All right, so we're going to leave it there because I've got lots more. We've got let's see. Oh, we got our reputation in the world is going down quick. We got President Bush on a stake, and how about that reset button with Russia? How's that working out? Anyways, this is KTTR News Radio 99.7 FM, 1490 AM on your dial.
That's disrespect. You're disrespecting Romney. You don't even know that. This man is a presidential candidate. But not the president. But he's just a man. Obama is no god. He's still a man. Listen, let me tell you something. You will not disrespect the president of the United States in this classroom. I'll say what I want. Not about him, you won't.
Whoa. Well, there's our Teacher of the Year for North Carolina, right there. And you know what? I've got a caller. You didn't even see me push that, but you don't
really have to push it during the break.
Why not?
Because all they're doing is hanging on.
They might not. They might hang up, and there's supposed to be somebody that's calling me.
They'll call back.
And might not understand that. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Are you still on the line?
Oh, yeah. This is Dolores.
Delirious, how are you?
Okay.
Good.
On this Blame Bush garbage,
yes,
there's two kinds of people there. There's the deliberate liberal liars that put the crap out there knowing, that it's not true, and there's gobs of them.
And there's what?
And then second, there are the people who believe it, okay? And as far as, talk radio, if Romney wins, not having anything to do, we're always going to have the deliberate liberal liars out there. And we're always going to have people out there that actually put the truth out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I would add a third category. There's people that know it's a lie and won't say anything about it.
There you go. You're right there.
And that's the worst kind.
That's right.
I mean, there's some ideological nuts that'll believe anything Barack Obama says, and there's not much you can do with them. Okay, but there are also people, including, by the way, George Bush, who didn't defend himself very well, in my opinion, and I thought it was important that he do that.
You're 1,000% right on that.
You know?
Yes, absolutely. So. All right. Well, thanks.
Hey, Dolores, great to hear from you. And that was Dolores, I believe from Leesburg, but I'm not sure. Anyways, by the way, I want to mention a few things. Did you know that I have a sushi roll named after me?
Really?
Yeah, koi sushi. Yeah, the Weinbaum roll. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And I also went to Matt's last night, and they stopped selling my favorite wine, so naturally I ordered something else. And they brought me my adult beverage, and then after I'd taken a few drinks out of it, Cindy brings me over a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
That represented the other bottle that she couldn't get that I liked. And so she gave me that, and I drank it, and I drank some of it anyways, and I had to wait there a long time to sober up to go home. So
good for you.
Well, thank you. Mm-hmm. But it was good. Anyways, back to the show now, where I'll stop doing my plugs.
You need to get the phone number more.
All right. What's the phone number here? You give it one time.
364-0800 or star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone.
Okay. Well.
You can't be babbling and not giving a phone number. That way nobody calls.
But I did a couple times. You said I didn't do it enough, though.
That's true.
And you are the radio expert, so I'm going to follow your advice.
Well, I'm not necessarily an expert.
The phone number is
364-0800
if you want to call
star KTTR on your phone.
360. Of course, he was talking over when I was talking. 364. Yeah, the radio guy knows how to talk over people too. 364-0800 or
star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone.
There we go. Well,
what guarantee?
How come it's not ringing?
Well, this is the. It'll come if people get riled up enough. But the question here today is: okay, you say that Romney would be
yes,
50% better than Obama. How do you know that?
Well, you don't. But
how do you know that he is not there right now?
Here's the given. Okay, you know how bad Obama is. All right.
Right.
The likelihood of somebody being worse than Obama is pretty low. You can't get worse than that. You can't. All right? And
but you don't know that for sure.
You don't know anything for sure.
It's hearsay.
It's not it's not hearsay. It's an opinion based on his actual record and Romney's actual record.
It's an opinion based on emotional feelings, not necessarily fact.
No, it's based on fact. It's based on the fact that Mitt Romney was a governor for years. He ran businesses successfully. He ran the governorship successfully. He ran the Olympics successfully. He doesn't have any personal scandals. I think some of it has to do with. I don't think Alan Keyes is. I think he's a Roman Catholic. I don't think he's pleased with the Mormon thing. So that could be part of it because he's really animated about it to the extent that. It's almost like scary, and took a little nerve to go up against this guy. He's a pretty bright guy,
tough guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not afraid because after all, I'm sitting in here like 1,000 miles away from him. So
the unemployment rate was like 10%, and inflation was like 23%. And he had took over Carter, who had done the exact same thing Obama did, and tried to spin his way out of this using government money. It did not work. The proposal that we have now between Obama and the other guy running, I can't even think
Romney.
of him. He got me so upset.
Romney.
he's proposing tax cuts, almost the exact same. We have two different ways to go. And we've proven time after time what Obama's doing does not work. When Reagan done what he done, whenever you get a lot more people working, you pay into it. You got a lot more people paying in. That way you pay your way out of debt. And that way, the direction we're going, we're spending our way. This country's going bankrupt. We are bankrupt. We cannot keep going down the road we're going. We know from past experiences the two different ways what works and what doesn't work.
You're absolutely right. And this didn't start with Barack Obama. It started with Jimmy Carter, and before him it was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who decided, and they couldn't. He could not get out of the depression. He made the depression. He made a recession. He made a depression out of a recession, and did not get out of it until World War II started, and they started to release all these ridiculous rules that they had for businesses, and let them go, let them produce.
And Clinton tried the same thing in his first 4 years. And finally, he listened to when we got the Senate and the House was turned over to Republicans. He started listening to them, and he started doing things they said, and we come out of it. And it's proven time after time. It's something. And I agree with one thing. Everybody wants to blame things on Bush on the spending side. He did spend too much. He was part of the blame.
Yep.
That we have got to quit doing what we're doing. Now, this country's history, it's a roadmap to what's happening over in Europe. People can't see that. They're blind and stupid.
Absolutely. And quite frankly, I think you ought to run for Senate.
Well,
Bob for Senate, what do you think? What do you think there?
I'd vote for him.
I'd vote for you too, buddy.
all right. Y'all have a good
you have a great weekend. That was Bob, who claims he usually claims he's from Cuba, but he must be hiding out or something like that, because now he says he's from Raleigh. Okay, well, he had me confused there. Anyways, wait. If you want to call the show, it's 364-0800 or
star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone. This is something you should do every time the phone hangs up.
Every time the phone hangs up, all right? That's all I'll be doing for the whole show then. I won't be able to get anything out.
How long did that take? About 5 seconds? No.
All right. Anyhow.
Here, look. Completando.
Oh, hey, there it is. All right, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
That's Fred from Rollins.
Hey, Fred. What's up?
Well, for Lee and all the Bush bashers, the thing is, we got the liberals has been spinning us in hock for years before Bush, but it really got worse in '06 when we had to have change, and they put the liberal Congress in there.
Yeah.
And they started spending like drunken sailors. And Bush didn't have much choice but to sign it because it was the way liberals had Congress set up. The bills were all combined together, and that's what started all this with the spending.
Well, I would say to you, if you look back at the housing situation, which started really in about 1979, went through the Clinton years, where the idea was to give houses to everybody.
Who did that?
That really manifested itself in the early 2000s, but it started off with Clinton. Really, it was an idea in the Carter administration, but Clinton made it official under Andrew Cuomo, who is now governor of New York, trying to figure out a way out of his state's ridiculous deficits that he was author of in the federal government, which is he was the Secretary of HUD, and it was free housing for everybody. And that's what really caused the tremendous hit we took in our economy in September of 2008.
Long and short of it, it's a continuous education process for these. I'm not meaning this in a bad way, but it's these ignorant liberals that won't learn the facts. And
well, don't think they're that dumb. They want to explode the economy. That's the way they take power.
Some of them do.
Oh, some of you better believe the guy in the office does.
Oh yeah.
He's not that stupid, believe me.
Exactly. But there's a lot of them that just go along because they've heard it so many times. They don't want to go out there and learn the facts.
All right. Well, now my phones are overloaded, so because Leah's made me say the phone number, which is 364-0800 or
star KTTR on your AT&T
all right,
cell
if you
phone.
press that little button there, I will get the next caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. You pressed the wrong button.
I pressed the one that was blinking, which is
No,
now
it
there.
wasn't.
They've now left. Should
Yeah,
they come
there you
back?
go.
Okay, there we go.
Hi there. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Brandon, and I'm from Wholesome, Missouri.
What's your first name?
Brandon?
Brandon. And you're all the way calling from Whole Summit?
Yes, sir.
Cool. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I'd just like to ask you how you feel about your godly Reagan tripling the national debt after Carter. Because if we want to sit here and talk...
Wait a minute. I didn't really understand you. How, what now?
How your man Reagan, he
Oh, Reagan, all right.
the whole too,
Yeah.
All of them spend money. I just...
Well, here's Reagan's story, and I don't know how true it is or isn't. He made a deal. He was president under a Democratic Congress the whole time, I believe, that he was in there. The Democrats dominated the House and the Senate. He said he made a deal to cut taxes if the Democrats would cut spending. All right, they broke the deal and they kept spending. All right, that's I don't know whether it's true or not, but that's what he said, and I feel it's bad. But then again, he did have the Democratic Congress to contend with.
Reagan also raised taxes too, though. So did Bush Sr.
Reagan did what now?
Also raised taxes through his first.
At times he did, but most of the taxes went way down. And he was gaining. You got the president claiming he gained 4 million jobs. It's ridiculous. All right. In last month, in May, we gained 69,000 jobs. Right. Well, last year May, I believe it was. McDonald's itself gained 62,000 jobs. Okay. One little corporation, McDonald's, not little, but still not, compared to the whole United States of America, minuscule. Well, Reagan was gaining 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 jobs a month when he got in. So he was doing something right.
I just don't understand. I mean, we can also blame that on a Congress that won't do nothing because everyone is so divided anymore in this country that everyone's so anti-union, everything that... you just can't get nowhere.
Well, there are nuances now. There are nuances, Brandon, and you got a Republican Congress that is passing bill after bill after bill after bill, that when it goes up to the House, I mean the Senate, they just bury it. They won't do anything about it. So, you know.
There's no compromise anywhere. And that's the
well, there could
problem.
be. I mean, there could be. And, you know, we have Eric Holder now is going to bring up some stuff. And he's going to bring up some of the alleged things about Fast and Furious to keep his butt out of a contempt charge.
Does it really matter? Who cares about that junk?
I care. What are you kidding me? You got your federal government sending guns to Mexico under some plot that's going to get rid of the Second Amendment, who are out there killing our agents. You don't care about it, Brandon? Come on.
All I care about is getting Americans back to work, unions staying strong.
Well, that's part of it. We have to have our border. Who do you think is coming in this country?
Hey, and these boys coming in are doing work that we don't want to. And don't give
That's
me wrong.
baloney. That's baloney, okay? That is total baloney.
And no, it's not.
If I didn't have a job, I'd be out there cutting grass. I'd be in the kitchen somewhere, as I was when I was a kid. Are you kidding me?
We all did it. Like
So you want illegal immigration? Is that your concept of how we're going to gain jobs in this country?
No, not at all. They drive down union wages, but I'm saying Fast and Furious, yes, it was a mishap. But let's get
Mishap? That was a plan, buddy. That was no mishap. That was a plan.
The way they don't. Yes, I understand. If you can track these guns, the idea is correct. If you can track these guns, then you get to the cartel.
All right, listen to me. This is a great call. I love it, Brandon, but I got a hard break now. And I got Lieber sweating now over there because we're not going to get the commercials in. Call me back next week, okay? I like to call. You obviously have a different opinion. And I want liberals to call me, okay? Come on, challenge me. I need challenge. Lee's no challenge, for goodness sakes. Anyways, we're going to be right back with lots more ice. The phones are ringing again. Look at that. This is KTTR News Radio, 99.7, 1490 AM, and the other one was FM. Obama's doing victory laps for the anniversary of... As I said he would, because he's got nothing else to run on. He's got this ad with Bill Clinton, and it's funny as hell because Clinton is the guy who could have had Osama and figured out he might be unpopular, is now saying how brave Obama was to get Osama, and then implying that Romney wouldn't do it. The most interesting thing about this ad that's supposed to be pro-Obama is that he says, well, Obama risked political catastrophe if it failed. That what about the guys that were going to get killed over there if it didn't work? Obama risking political catastrophe is more important than our Navy SEALs getting killed in combat. Now, that is the stupidest ad I've ever seen, and Republicans ought to run that ad, not Democrats, because it just shows who this man is. And now, being fed right out of the White House, all this classified information, possibly one of the biggest scandals in history. Hi there. By the way, Lee, I got to give him credit because the phones are ringing off the hook now. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is D.
Hi, D. Thanks for holding.
Listen, I just got news that Fox is about to announce that good old Janet Napolitano is saying that the president is issuing an executive order allowing illegal immigrant children to have work permits. And those children are up to 30 years old.
Well, happy jobs for American.
That's right.
For legal Americans,
you know,
right there.
There's one caller you had previously wanted more people going to work and so forth and so
Yeah,
on.
because we don't want to do the jobs, right?
Yeah, there's his president right there.
There you go.
This guy's got to go, folks.
I agree, man. I agree, and you got to vote for Romney because he's the only chance we got right now.
That's it. Whatever
You got it,
he
D.
is, he's better.
Thanks,
Whatever
buddy.
he is, he's better.
You have a good weekend.
You too.
Hi there. I got another caller. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. By the way, if you want to call the show, I've been instructed by the legend of radio here that you've got to give the number after every call. So, who am I to dispute him? And the number to call the show is 364-0800 or...
Star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone.
And hi there. Sorry to keep you waiting. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave. This is Kevin Kane from St. James.
Hey, Kevin. What's up, buddy?
Oh, how you doing today?
That's two liberals today. That's great.
Well, this liberal here is calling about the deal. I think I just heard you say that the Fast and Furious is the biggest scandal.
No. I believe the biggest scandal is going to be what happened in the White House that has Dianne Feinstein beside herself, which is not that the Fast and Furious isn't a big scandal, but this thing where actually you've got in the White House these people volunteering information who I might be thinking that Obama encourage this stuff because they're releasing information that they think is going to make him look, tough.
Well,
all right?
What about George Bush and his administration ousting that CIA agent?
Yeah, well, that's the Valerie Plame thing. And by the way, that was the undersecretary to the Secretary of State, Richard Armitage.
That's the Bush administration.
Oh, I agree. And it was instead of Richard Armitage getting punished, though, it was Scooter Libby who was sent to jail on a trumped-up charge of, I guess, lying to a grand jury or something like that. But, hey, if it's good for the... And by the way, that was a special prosecutor, wasn't it? So therefore, I would assume that in these circumstances, which is possibly a much worse, a much deeper scandal, you would be in favor of a special prosecutor, wouldn't you?
Yeah, most likely.
Okay, good, because they're all saying, they're all screaming up and down, oh, no, we don't need one. And Holder has already assigned 2 Department of Justice lawyers to be the prosecutors, to be the investigators, which is ridiculous, because they're still under the Obama administration.
Okay, I would prefer to have the head Republican and the head Democrat to choose who the special prosecutor would be.
Well, I don't know exactly how they choose it, but the guy's got to be completely independent,
right,
and not beholden to anyone.
Everybody's making a big blow-up about the Fast and Furious, which I understand. The killing of the American Border Patrol agent was totally wrong. Okay, but you got to go back. There was another scandal a few years back that was just as bad as this. Scandals come and go. They're going to go.
Well, that's fine, but do the same things.
Look at Iran-Contra.
Do the same things that you did to those guys. I mean, get a special prosecutor in it. That's all we're saying, Kevin.
But, I mean, I understand that, but the thing about it is, like the one caller, I kind of agree. There's being a lot put on this. There's a lot more things that are more important to focus on right now at this country. Now, granted, it needs to.
Well, who says? I mean, it's kind of important in our foreign policy and our security that people are.
You want to know the borders on where?
Let me finish my sentence. That people are not told on who are helping this government and sent to jail for 33 years, like the guy in Pakistan. The guy who pointed out where Osama bin Laden had been living for years and years is now in jail, in a Pakistani jail, because we leaked his name. That's important stuff, because who else is going to want to give us information about impending attacks, about terrorist attacks? You don't think that's important, Kevin?
No, that I do.
All right.
I do, but the thing about it is there is so much, not no, like the one caller said, Dave. I mean, you got your opinion, your political views, but nobody wants to give any in this country anymore in the political realm. If you're a Republican, the Democrats are out of their damn mind, is what the majority of all Republicans think that are into Congress. Nobody wants to have, and especially, I'm sorry, I said back.
So in other words, it's all the Republicans' fault?
It's not all the Republicans' fault. But
so it works both ways, doesn't it, Kevin?
Obama could tell him it could be Thursday at noon and sunny out, and he could stand in front of the Senate and the House and tell them that, and 3/4 of the House is going to tell him he's full of it. It's Friday and it's raining.
Yeah, well, you know what? Based on his record, I'd sort of believe the House.
From the very beginning, Dave,
all right, listen, buddy. Hey, I got another caller. Okay. It's a short show. I love your calls, believe me. And say hello to that kid of yours, all right? All right, have a good weekend. Hi there. Welcome to Dave Weinbaum Show. And by the way, if you want to call the show, it's 364-0800 or
star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone.
How am I doing, Lee? Better? All right, thank you. Hi there. Welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Oh, this is Sue from Leesburg.
Hi, Sue. What's going on?
Oh, I was so furious with that caller a couple of calls back. The unions. My husband was in the union all his life.
Uh-huh.
Made a good income, but he worked.
Yeah.
He worked. The unions have got it so that factories that are union and so forth, they can't fire an employee if he doesn't work. They've got it just really screwed up. The people that are on I'm upset today.
The union boards or management?
The state that works for the state and the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
They can do the same job that somebody in your office for McDonald's is doing, and they get such better benefits and pay, and they can't be fired. And the unions are outdoing themselves. They're trying to get rid of themselves. You know, all they have to do is straighten up. When they first started, there was a demand, you know, there was a real need for unions years ago. And if they would take that principle and carry it forward, nobody would be against the union.
Well, let me intercede because we're running out of time here, Sue. There's two kinds of unions. There's a public union, which is the government, teachers, firefighters, police, and there are unions that deal with businesses. Okay,
Right.
AFL-CIO, things like that. Okay, AFL-CIO, when they deal with a company and the company concedes to them, that's called stupid management if it's conceding in such a way that's going to kill the company. You got to blame the management because they agree to it.
Make profit. It has to have people that will
Right,
work and
right.
take the labor out.
Now, the public unions, as you probably know, but not everybody in the audience would know this, that is done by giving contributions to politicians who then negotiate with the unions for taxpayer money. It's a rigged game. Even the AFL-CIO, even union leaders back in the 30s, when unions started to get power, said we can't do this with the public funds. Okay, FDR said that. So there's a difference between the public and the private unions.
Well, the Constitution is going down the drain, and the union is part of what's happening. It's the people that want, give me, give me, give me, and I don't want to do anything for it.
Well, remember Wisconsin, and that was a big, big victory over the public, or the private, no, the public unions. All right? Hey, listen, you have a great weekend.
The show's great today.
Oh, thank you, dear. I appreciate that. And I got to give credit to Lee, because Lee here is, you know, I may give him a lot of trouble and stuff, and he deserves it most of the time. But still, he gave me a good suggestion today, because the phone number to this show is 364-0800 or
Star KTTR on your AT&T cell phone.
And I should give you a subject, but you guys are all riled up anyway, so you got plenty of stuff to call on. We only got 5 minutes to go.
3.5 minutes.
No, it says 5 minutes to go, for goodness sakes. I can read a clock
3.5
as well as you. Anyways, countries have now opined about our president and his administration. You know, all the stuff he went, the outreach he did to the Muslim countries, the apologies, the bowing and all that stuff. Let's see where it's gotten him. In all the countries of the world except for China, the average of how much people like and respect the USA has gone down on an average of 19%. Yes, I'm waving at you for a reason. Except for China, where it's gone down 30%. Okay? You know, on the driver's test, Lee, there's a thing called peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Maybe you should take that test. Oh, I took it yesterday. I got my new license.
No, that's great.
Oh, good. Anyways, so our reputation's gone way down. Hi there, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Audrey, and I'm calling from Vichy.
Hi, Audrey.
And I think everyone is kind of missing the point of what's going on in our country. And it is that our country is being taken down by, evidently, it's Obama. The morale is bad, and it's just going downhill that way. All this other stuff is kind of, not really that important. It's what is happening to our country's morale and our country's ability to be the country that it was founded on, and that was God. And so that is the main thing that I think all of our callers and Lee and everybody should think about.
I think you're absolutely right.
Well,
and I think it's becoming evident to a lot of people, and maybe even a lot of liberals. You know, Obama gave this speech yesterday. It was an hour long, and he was panned, just miserably critiqued by liberals, who said what a horrible speech it was. Jonathan Alter, a whole bunch of liberals were just panning this guy. So anyways, you have a nice weekend. I got like a minute and a half left, roughly. So you have a great weekend. Thanks for the call, and very observant. I have smart callers here. Co-hosts, not so much, but the callers are really good. Anyways, I'm not going to tell you the phone number no more. What do you think? Should I take that last call?
No, if you're not going to take any more calls, don't say the phone number.
Okay, but there's a
caller. You do have a call right now.
Well, press the button.
All right.
All right, you got 30 seconds, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jerry from St. Robert.
Hey, Jerry.
Just got a bumper sticker for you.
Okay.
President Obama, my comedian-in-chief, and the joke is on you.
Yeah, joke's on us. Hey, have a great weekend, buddy. Yeah, and the winner has not called this show. What was her name? Karen out of Leesburg or something? She never called for her tickets.
Well, that's why I say. So you did it wrong. If you would have had a second place winner, you could have deferred to that. But you didn't have a second place winner. So
yeah,
got to give them to the co-host.
Fire the liar. That was hers.
That was great, great one. Well, give them to me.
Right, we're printing up shirts. Give them to you.
Yeah.
Why do you give them to you?
Well, because I'm like answering the phone. I do all the work. Boom, stuff like that.
You getting paid?
Yeah.
How much am I getting paid?
Zippity-doo-dah.
Zippity-doo-dah. I'm doing this show for free. Actually, I'm paying to do this show. What does that mean?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right. I don't know. I thought it was your bra size or something. It's just really weird. You're really weird. You know that? And he's holding up 2 cups like I'm supposed to know that's 30 seconds. All right. Anyhow, we got. It sounds like we got the Tea Party going now here in the Rolla area. We're talking about having a meeting, and we ought to have one big function before the election, and I will volunteer my services as an MC if they want me, or I'll just be there and show up. And I will appreciate all efforts. We got to go, and we got to go hard. You can't take nothing for granted, because this is the most important election this country has had since maybe the first or second one, okay? We've got to get this country back on track. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.